Yo, yo, yo.
What up,
It's your boy Woodgrain right here.
my brother Sucker Free
We are the Honest Sinners.
already.
Uh, Today, man, we're going to talk about just what's going on in the world, man, and how we getting attacked as black men from every angle.
Right.
You know what I mean? The police brutality is really getting ridiculous.
Every time you turn on the news,
Every time it's like it's a new case here. You got my man getting shot 8 times in the back. You got my man in Oklahoma. The dude say he pulled out the officer say he pulled out the taser and put out the gun. How can you make that mistake?
right?
You got my man Freddie Gray in Baltimore.
And that was a retired police officer that
Right.
did that.
And they just forced him on the force. You know what I'm saying? Just because he was a retired police officer.
Yeah.
Then you just got the recent Baltimore situation. Just today, I see the video. Delaware police kicked the dude in the face. He wasn't even doing nothing. He was trying to get on the ground.
Then I turned around and see a video, young man on a bicycle, just riding his bike. Police pulls up on him, telling him to stop, but he gets shot in the back.
Wow.
So it's getting drastic out here. So we need to talk about how we can prevent these situations happening, to us.
Right. And the thing about it is, man, like, it's like we in a no-win situation because we can sit there with our hands up like this,
Right.
doing everything we need to do, and they shoot us anyway. Like my man Oscar Grant at Fruitville Station.
Right.
You know what I mean? Out in Oakland.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they targeted us. But one thing that I like that South Carolina set the precedent first. Baltimore followed. Now everybody else following suit. They charging these police like they supposed to.
Right.
Because even though they got the badge and they supposed to carry the law and abide by the law, uphold the law, they sometimes, a lot of times, think they above the law.
Right.
And they finally getting indicted. They finally getting charged, which we want to see in the Mike Brown case. We see it in the Trayvon Martin case, and Zimmerman still out here doing
Right.
dumb stuff.
Right. And thinking about, just backtracking back to that case, it was a thing on where they was going to have a celebrity boxing match with Zimmerman.
Right.
And
right.
how crazy is that? So, we got to find respect for ourselves and, stop this nonsense.
Right, and see the thing that you just said right there, respecting yourself. See, is our first video was about just straight about black men and
Second one was about the women.
and the second one was about the women. But really, man, respect is what we lacking in our community because we can come together for one situation like the Baltimore situation just recently, and then the next week we can go back to killing each other again.
Right. And the thing is, we are targeted.
Right.
And and we got to figure out why we being targeted. I'm saying, is it because the way we dress, the way the way we use language, I'm saying true enough, it's a free country that we live in, but sometimes you got to tone that down and and present yourself to not have drama come to yourself.
But that's easier said than done because you're a product of your environment.
Right.
Like, it's easy for us to say what we need to do or what somebody else needs to do because we got that experience.
Right.
These younger cats ain't got that experience. We just came from the block. We just came from the video shoot.
See, I was just about yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking none of them cats because I'm from the projects. I'm from the hood too. But I had to learn how to grow out of that.
Yeah.
But it would have helped if I would have had somebody kicking that knowledge to me too.
Right.
Like I had some, don't get me wrong, I had some older cats that was kicking me the game, and I like to be around the older crowd and all of that. But for the most part, man, you got to find your way, but you got to want to listen. Like if you don't want to listen, it ain't gonna never work.
Yeah, and it's actually to me a catch-22. I'm saying, you have an option to live or die, and truthfully, I was ripping and running the streets at one point, wanting to hang out in the hood and and do a lot of unnecessary stuff. But you got to choose to grow up. And actually, bro, I met a young man a couple days ago where I think he said he's 17, I think. And he's figuring it out already.
Right.
Amongst these animals that we're labeled as.
Right.
And he's figuring it out already where he's like, man, I made some mistakes and you know, now I'm trying to figure them out. So it's hope somewhere.
Right,
So
right.
we got to keep living, and brothers like my brother and myself are going to keep preaching that.
I mean, the thing is, we can't let up. Like, we could do the protesting, you know, we could do all that. That's fine, you know what I mean. But what them people don't understand, when I say them people, I'm talking about the majority, the media, the white folks, whoever else that don't understand us. You can't think that you're gonna keep killing and ain't nothing gonna happen back to you. Just like my man shot the police up in Queens, may rest in peace, the young officer up there got shot in the face in Queens. But you gotta look at it like this. The guy that shot him, he could have been a knucklehead. Yeah, he had a prior record. Or he could have been scared for his life because what he's seeing every day in his hood and what he's hearing around the country. He don't know if he's gonna die if they pull up on him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's obvious he had a gun on him, so he knew he was dirty.
Right.
So he was like, look, if I even go for my waist, they're going to shoot me anyway.
Right.
So let me shoot first. They don't understand that. All they think it is he's just a hooligan and all that. That could be true, but you got to understand, if you steady getting messed up or your people steady getting messed up by a certain group, and this certain group is the police, how you think they're going to feel when they encounter them?
Right.
So you gotta look at it like that too. Like what the public and the social media and the general media and the public opinion don't understand. If you never been in them type of situations, you don't know how you gonna react.
Right.
Like, we've been in them situations.
And it's an old saying, you know, down here that I remember driving while black. And you know, it's a scary thing, man. I'm saying, you know, you don't know what you're gonna encounter. And
Man,
like
you
bro
don't
and
know.
I said, you know, it ain't just a black and white thing. It's just, you know, police think they over people
Right.
at times. I'm saying, you got your good police out there that
Yeah,
want
shout out
do
to
good
the shout out
yeah.
to the great police, because we're not here to bash the police, because we need the police.
Yeah.
We need the everything, man. The system ain't set up for us, but we still need it.
And like bro said, we need the police, but right now it's like we damn near got to police ourselves because the police are doing more dirt than a little bit.
Right.
So
But see, they've been doing dirt. It's just coming to the surface.
yeah, it's
Just like the
coming-
old saying goes, what happens in the dark comes to the light.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this ain't the first time. This ain't the first time police been killing people. They've been killing people from the beginning of the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It started off with the slave master.
Right.
But that's all. You know, that's
Yeah.
we don't want to go back 400 years. We talking about right now.
Yeah. And like bro said, you know, when you encounter the police and you think it's gonna be negative reaction, just shut your mouth.
Just shut
you
your
know,
mouth.
And deal with the, you know, with what they gotta say.
Just shut
Go
it.
to the yes sir, no ma'am, yes ma'am.
Hey,
you
listen.
know, let it be what it is. You ain't selling out, you know, by yourself. I'm
Right.
saying, if you know you in the right, let that be. Don't sit there and argue with the police and, you know, all that extra stuff.
Hey, on your tombstone, they ain't gonna say he got tough with the police.
Right. Because that proves nothing at the end
They
of the
don't
day.
prove shit. It's on the tombstone. Hey, listen, man. It's like this, man.
Shut your mouth sometimes.
Shut your mouth. Just when you get it, see, and we was gonna talk about the youth this video, but all this shit intertwined because the youth is feeling it, the older people was feeling it, man. Everybody feeling it right now,
And
man.
more or less everybody's feeling it now because there's so much drama.
It's too much.
You know, on the news, on the internet, where it's all about the police now.
It's all about the police, and it shouldn't be like that. But the bottom line is, man, if you get pulled over, have your shit already ready. Just have it in your hand. Don't go reaching for nothing.
Right.
Shut your mouth, man. I mean, y'all done heard this shit a million times, but right now you got to start doing that, man, because any twitch, they got probable cause to shoot you.
Yep.
Any false move.
Yeah. So you gotta zip it sometimes, you know what I'm saying? All that extra stuff, save it, man. You know, if you want to keep living, because these are the times that we're living in right now.
Right,
you know,
man.
It's real and it's sad.
It really is,
If you
man.
want to keep living, man, sometimes you just gotta keep your mouth shut.
You got to keep your mouth shut sometime, man. You can't fight every battle. Every battle ain't meant to be fought, man. You know what I mean? So it's like this, man. Bottom line, man, I'm tired of seeing us killing each other. I'm definitely tired of seeing the police killing us.
Right.
It's so hard to spread love, and it's so easy to be negative. And we not gonna be negative. We the honest sinners, man. We just gonna tell you like it is. And you know what I'm saying, we ain't perfect, man. I didn't have my brushes with the law. I done been out there, man, on some knucklehead stuff, man. But you know,
You learn.
I had to go through it. to see what not to do.
Yeah.
And you don't want to keep doing the same stuff. You keep doing the same stuff, man. You might well be a hamster on the wheel or gerbil or whatever. They keep
Pretty much
running on the
right.
damn wheel.
Exactly.
So that's what we're trying to tell y'all, man. Is everybody out there peaceful protesting? We salute y'all.
Salute that.
Everybody out there that's rioting and all of that, man. We understand the situation. Some of y'all taking advantage. Some of y'all mad. That's a fine line right there. But
don't tear up your own community while you're doing it, because that's where you got to go back.
You don't want to do that, man. Like, because you know what I'm saying, like.
And not only that, I'm saying you teaching your nieces and nephews, you know, kids and daughters, you know, a bad way of life, because kids, you know, emulate what they see.
Right.
So if you do it in peace, your kids will be in peace. And I'm saying you teaching them something, you know, for the future to come, if they have to encounter the law. Because we once had to encounter the law if it was getting pulled over for speeding or whatever, you know, the case may be. We knew how to handle that situation because we was taught. So teach your kids the same thing, you know. Handle it with respect and be polite sometimes, you know. Even though it may rub you the wrong way when you get pulled over, but sometimes you just got to keep your mouth shut.
That's basically the bottom line, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, trying to put yourself in them situations. I mean, you know, sometimes it's unavoidable. But, you know, a lot of times, a lot of shit can be avoided.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, we ain't going to talk our head off about it, man. Like I say,
I want y'all keep living.
Yo, rest in peace to everybody that's been in those situations, man, and the families. You know what I'm saying? We praying for y'all.
Right.
And make sure y'all check us out, man. Make sure y'all interact with us. We on Instagram at Honest Sinners. We on Twitter at Honest Sinners. We got the Facebook page, the group page, the fan page, all Honest Sinners.
YouTube.
You know what I'm saying? YouTube, subscribe to the channel. We got 2 videos up already. We just trying to get, you know what I'm saying? We trying to spark the, you know what I'm saying, the movement, man, because there's a lot of intelligent people out there that want to be heard and should be heard, and some of y'all scared to step forward.
Yeah.
Fuck all that, man. Get out here and use this technology like we doing, and get your voice heard, man, because everybody got an opinion out here, man, and you might get somebody thinking a certain way that they weren't thinking before.
Right.
You know?
And I also want to say this before we close out. If y'all grown people are watching this video and y'all got kids and nephews, pull them in there to watch this realness, man.
Right,
I'm saying because we ain't got no reason to lie to you, because I'm saying that if I see your youth out on the street messing up, I'm going to preach to them because that's how much I love them.
Right.
Even if I don't know them, it's just my nature and my brother's nature.
Right.
So
man.
Put your kids to the side if you watching this video and say, hey, you might learn something before it's all said and done.
But let me piggyback on that, man. Like, parents, don't think it's the wrong time to talk to your kids about anything, man. They might not like it, but let them know what it is, man, because